Hello, I'm Chris Conklin on behalf of ExpertVillage.com. Now that you've had an opportunity to actually see what the rule of thirds look like and what they're used for, let's go ahead and put them to use and see exactly how they overlay and how they fit to particular pictures. And the first image that we're going to show, this is a girl that's just basically sitting down on a chair. Now this is centered, so the rule of thirds is going to apply a little bit differently than it normally does. You can see that the head is in the upper third. The entire section of the picture is in the second column of the thirds. Her main body is in the middle third, and then the lower portion of her body and the hands and the arms and the legs are in the bottom third. Now when we go over and look at a different picture, we'll see the same girl leaning against a wall. Again, her head is in the upper third section. Her main body or section is in the middle, and then her lower body is in the bottom section with her hands on her hips and on her pants there. Now you can actually see that when you look at the particular corners, the picture itself is focused or mainly inside of those four cornered areas. Now when we look at some action shots, let's take a look at this action shot of volleyball. We can see that the primary action is focused on those two key third points. And we can see that the action itself draws your attention directly to the girl spiking the ball. Off to the other side is another player watching the action in the other section of the thirds. And you notice that there's a gap between the two, but the two thirds are full. And finally, we look at pretty much a picture that's got some actual depth to it as well. But the referee here is in the third line on the left side. You can see here where the point would be. It's pretty much so right in the middle of his head, and then the top of his head, in the middle of his head, and the lower portion of the body. And then you can't see because of the field of definition here and the blur factor, but there is activity occurring off to the other sides of the middle and the right side of the thirds.